Tamanpreet. I started with reading articles on Wikipedia in English. I thought only some selected experts were able to contribute it, but then I got to know anyone can edit it. In regional language, I love contributing to preserve my language, Punjabi, and I'm proud of it. Okay, that's great. I love the last line because being from a minority community of Gujarat, so yeah, I also edit Gujarati Wikipedia. Okay, I guess we shall start with our first agenda of today, which is about celebrating and sharing updates about the Wikipedia of its 25th anniversary, which is on, I guess, 15th January 2026, which will be shared by Lauren, who is from Wikimedia Foundation. Also, I would like to request Lauren to please introduce herself a bit, if she can, in 1 or 2 lines. Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me and see me okay? Okay, great. Thank you so much for having me at this call. I'm very excited to be here. My name is Lauren Dickinson, and I work on the communications team with and many others at the Wikimedia Foundation. Um, My role here at the foundation is focused specifically on leading the media relations team. So our goal is to try to get positive media coverage about Wikimedia out into the world, mainly through working with reporters. And my team also helps a lot with crisis communications response, which sadly has been more of our work than in past years lately. I am based in Florida in the US, and I have been at the foundation for almost 6 years. I've prepared a brief presentation to share with you all to introduce Wikipedia's 25th birthday, and then I believe we'll have some time for some questions as well. So let me share my screen. Okay, is everyone able to see these slides? Let me know if you're not seeing slides. Okay, great. So hopefully, as you have heard by now, we are already planning for Wikipedia's 25th birthday celebration. And there's a lot of ways that we are hoping to collaborate with volunteers, affiliates, and members of the Wikimedia community around the world. But to start, I wanted to share with you an introduction of how we are approaching this celebration. We are abbreviating Wikipedia's 25th birthday as WP25 because it is a lot to write out every time. But really importantly, we know based on our experience from celebrating Wikipedia's 20th birthday 5 years ago, that this is a moment when we will have the world's attention. And we want to use this moment when everyone will be looking at us to reach a wide public audience with our key messages and calls to action. So we really think of the 25th birthday as playing two roles. The first role is a feel-good moment, a celebration, a time for all of us who love Wikimedia to come together. It is a birthday, so we want to have that virtual birthday party feeling around the world. And then the second role is this moment of substance, where we want to not only just celebrate, but also use this moment to reach wide public audiences with who we are and hopefully bring even more people into the movement. Another important point is that while the technical birth date is the 15th of January 2026, the celebration, as you'll see, will have a much longer lifespan than just that day, just that month. This is really an activation that will last many, many months. And last but not least, the 25th birthday is not about English Wikipedia. It is about the birth of Wikipedia as a concept. And that is, of course, a creation that has evolved over time to be in 300 plus languages. This slide shows the objectives that the Wikimedia Foundation has set for ourselves when it comes to this moment. I will note that, as you might be thinking about the birthday, you may have your own goals around that, and that is totally okay. This is just how the foundation is really grounding ourselves in this milestone and allowing us to know whether we're on the track for success or not. I won't read everything here, but the main parts are in bold. On this milestone, we want to increase brand visibility of Wikipedia globally. We want to boost brand likability. So not only do we want people to know us, we want them to like us. And then lastly, we want to inspire brand support. So people know us, like us, and then want to engage with us. And of course, there's many different ways for people to show their support and participate. It could be editing, it could be contributing, it could be donating, it could be joining a group, it could be joining an event. This last objective really speaks to all of the ways that people can get involved in our movement. As I mentioned in my introduction, I lead the media relations team at the organization. So I wanted to share with you our media relations team specific goals. We are hoping to get 5 to 10 original pieces of media coverage in each of the focus countries, and general coverage in at least 50 other countries. So India is one of the focus countries that I'll share more about shortly. But you can tell from this goal that we really are trying to reach worldwide audiences, and we're doing all that we can think of to equip volunteers, affiliates, partners, and allies around the world to be amplifiers on our behalf so that we can really reach as far as possible. To share a little bit more about focus countries, as I mentioned, this is a global campaign, and we're trying to reach as many people around the world as possible. At the same time, the foundation has selected 11 focus geographies for the communications campaign. And these focus geographies were selected off of a really wide range of factors: brand health data, global projections, places where we have an existing presence. And you can see the list of the focus countries in the third bullet point on this slide. Again, India is one of these focus countries. As I mentioned, the 25th birthday has a much longer lifespan than just January 2026, which is highlighted in green. So I'll share just briefly with you some of our plans over almost a year of activations around the 25th birthday. We've really centered this campaign around 4 main peaks of activation that you'll see on the slide. The first peak is coming actually this calendar year in November 2025. We're thinking of this moment as starting the conversations. So we'll release some kind of introductory video to build excitement for the 25th birthday. The first version of the birthday website will go live. Some initial blog posts will be published. I like to think of this as a movie release. So the movie is coming out in January 2026, but we're releasing the trailer content in November 2025. So really just trying to like get people excited, remind them that this big moment is coming. It's like, here's the trailer, get excited. January 2026 is what we're calling our Go Big moment. This is the time when we want to spark massive global engagement. This will happen through a wide range of activations. One of the biggest ones is a global campaign that is centered on a social media video series to tell stories about Wikipedia and the people who make it possible. January is also when we're hoping to get that global media coverage, and you'll see a social media campaign, influencer engagement partnerships, a virtual event for the movement. Again, this is the Go Big moment. The later two peaks are really meant to build momentum on those first two peaks. In May of 2026, we'll do some kind of campaign to support the Wikipedia mobile app, and we'll do storytelling with reporters about the technology infrastructure behind Wikipedia. And then in July 2026 is Wikimania Paris, which is a time when we'll get together in person with some of the movement, virtually with lots of the movement, to celebrate together and tell even more stories about the humans behind Wikipedia. And I also want to call your attention to this arrow at the bottom of the slide. This is meant to represent that there will be ongoing movement, partner activities, and events throughout the entire calendar year of 2026. And that we think is great and will really help continue that steady drumbeat of excitement for a birthday celebration that lasts many months and happens around the world. This is the last slide. Thank you for letting me talk so much and listening. This slide really gives you a quick status update of what has happened so far and what is coming next. As you can hopefully tell, we have determined a lot of the overall campaign goals, timelines, the approach, etc. We are partnering with a global media agency to support the development and execution of this global campaign, and this will include helping with media relations. Some of you may be aware that we already have a PR agency that's helped us in India for many, many years. So that agency will continue to help us for this campaign as well. We think that's really important because we want to make sure that the stories that we're telling resonate in India and that we're mindful of, the many different unique sensitivities and complexities of India as a market as well. We've determined that the campaign will be centered in a social media video series. And now we're thinking through how to really make that campaign newsworthy, how to make sure that it's reaching wide audiences, and we're determining which stories to tell. Ideally, we want to tell stories from each of those focus markets like India that I mentioned. So to do that, we've been consulting with the movement on a range of topics, including story ideas via MetaWiki. Hopefully you all have already seen this MetaWiki link. If not, I'm sure Ratchet can share it now in chat. This MetaWiki page is where, there it is. This MetaWiki page is where we're sharing lots of resources and information about the campaign as they become available. The second link Ratchet shared is a place where we are really asking for your help to share stories from India that would be exciting to include in the social media video series and in other storytelling channels for the campaign. And then last but not least, we're meeting with affiliates, volunteer groups, partners in focus countries. So that's you all. Thank you for being here to share about the campaign, discuss our plans, and kick off collaborations and answer any questions. So with that, again, I just want to extend a big heartfelt thank you for your time and your collaboration on this exciting initiative. And I'm happy to answer any questions if there's time for that.
Thank you, Lauren, for all the information. And I and everyone here would be very excited for the movie which you talked about and also about the trailer. And I guess we shall take up the questions now. Swishti, so you are raising your hand for questions. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lauren, thank
Please go ahead.
you. Thank you very much for sharing this all these wonderful newses. And I'm also super excited to see someone from Foundation. By the way, my name is Suyash Devedi. I'm currently the chair of Commons Photographers User Group and also a member of Affiliations Committee. So basically, Indian communities are doing amazing work, like literally very amazing work. But what we are lacking is that we don't have any print, like a media kit. Maybe we don't have any prior experience how to share our work through print media or electronic media. So do we have any such kit, or maybe if you can organize such some workshops so that Indian communities, even the South Asia community, can know, and uh, they can showcase their work in the print media and electronic media, something. Thank you.
Thank you for that comment, and it's great to meet you. I'm seeing in the chat media training is a must as well. This is something that my team is planning to do, is to host a series of workshops for media relations training. We can also share more um, in the coming weeks about what media relations activities we already have in development in India and how you all may be able to complement that. And then the media relations trainings I envision is having the proactive support. So, how can you proactively tell your story with media? And then also the reactive support, where it's like if you get tough questions or if there's a difficult situation, which has happened before, as you all know, in India, like how do we handle that as a team? So yes, definitely hear that feedback, and I think we're on the same page and more to come.
Okay. Now next I can see Ravi Shankar ji also and the crew. So also Rajat ji. First I guess Ravi Shankar ji. Okay.
Hi,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Hi, Lauren. Thank you for your presentation. I have one request and one question. You kept saying about India as a market. It is kind of a weird term because this is not a corporate environment. It would be good if you can use a word like a region or something like that. So the question is that the foundation-led communications for the 25th anniversary, I think the last time we did it was like a Hindi TV commercial. So I remember it was like 6 or 7 years before. So I would like to request whatever the foundation does this year, it should be multilingual and have the communications in most of the major Indian languages, or at least the languages in which the Indian Wikipedia communities are active, not just Hindi and English. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback, and I know there are plans for all of our materials for the campaign to be available in a handful of languages. I'll pull that up and put it in chat. And on top of that, we're we're hoping to make everything available to be translated further. So the hope is that what we prepare, then the community can take and repurpose and put into any languages that someone would like. We're not able to translate into every language in the world, I think, for obvious reasons. So our hope is to make it available in some of the top languages and then equip others to translate it even further.
Yeah, I understand there is a practical limitation in having multiple languages, but my comment was mostly political. Whenever the foundation or a global organization thinks about India, it becomes Hindi and English. I don't want that to happen with Wikipedia also. So please do in more languages. Thank you.
Also, Lauren, now that she also mentions that Hindi is the fourth largest language.
Cool. I can just go next. And thank you, Lauren, for waking up super early on a Sunday. And thank you, Suyash and Ravi, for your questions. Uh, in terms of, just to go back to what Suyash mentioned, I'm just dropping a link of an article which was recently published. So that I think what Lauren mentioned about proactive and reactive. One is that if we get the media trainings, which definitely we can organize, we can talk about it and get the right people in the room. And I'm happy to talk to whoever in this room or even in outside this room is interested in getting some media trainings. We can definitely work towards getting that organized and getting a few people in the room for that, and work with Lauren's team on executing it in the near future. Um, but if there are, as Suyuji you mentioned, if there is a community that's doing some great work, if they let us know, and again, case in point of this particular article, then depending upon, because some things media might pick up, some things media might not, then one can see what is the benefit of it. But it's so I've said this more before on these calls as well. It's important to make it, while it's important to make great impact, it's important to communicate that as well. So the more we know, the more we can support. So that's my request to everyone here as well. Share as much, and we can see, if media is definitely something which is possible and it is something which makes sense in terms of strategy, happy to support from that perspective. Moving to what Ravi said, and I'm not sure, I don't think I was here around 2016, but just to say that multilingualism is a part of a lot of the content that we put out. And here, I think if, let's say, there is a meta page, and currently the meta page, I'm just going back. If you look at the meta page, it is translated into a few languages. Hindi is one of them, and it's happening. I think Bangla is also one of them, if I'm not wrong. So there are some translations of, as Lauren said, some key languages that we try to get done at the earliest, because that's where we know we've gotten feedback in the past, etc. But considering we live in a country which has multiple languages, we would love the support of the community to translate some of the assets as well. And again, just to say, if there is a particular community interested in going deeper into the content, deeper into the engagement, if they get in touch with us, we can figure out the best way to do that. So we are trying to be as multilingual as possible, with a caveat that there's always some limitations to it, but definitely the attempt would be to not limit it to English, and Hindi is one, and of course any other languages that can follow suit. But thank you for raising both these points, really appreciate that. Just wanted to highlight, and I know we've taken a lot of time of this. You still have 2 more days to submit some stories. I think, Lauren, the deadline is the 23rd of September, and we have dropped the link here. Please, please, please do share some inspiring stories. Had shared this before on the Telegram groups as well. We would love to get as much representation from the region as possible on this. Lauren, I don't know if there's anything you wanted to add before we hand it back to the moderator.
Just a big +1 to sharing those stories, because the inputs that we get from you all will be taken and considered as the kinds of stories that will feature in the global campaign video series. And you all know the best stories to share. So that is really a genuine request for help. If you're not super comfortable posting on MetaWiki about your story, please, you can reach out directly to Rapid or myself as well. I can put my email address in the chat. And we will work with whoever has shared the story to make sure it's shared in a way that, user safety and any privacy or sensitivity is protected as well. And just thank you again.
Okay, so thank you so much, Lauren. And okay, I really hope everyone will share their stories. Now, next up to the agenda, we have next update to be shared by Pavan Santoshi about the advanced train the trainee program. So, yeah.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I think I'm audible. Kindly let me know if this is working. I'm okay. Thank you very much. So, hi from Bangalore. I'm right now in India FOSS conference. So, there might be some noise around. Please excuse me for that. And I want to share an update about our upcoming event, Advanced Train the Trainer. So most of you know about Advanced Train the Trainer through these calls last time, and we requested you guys everyone to submit, everyone who is eligible to submit applications. And we are very, very thankful for the community for pouring in the support and applying almost in record level. We received a lot of applications, around 80 to 100, I guess. So, and among these applications, we have a limited seats of 20, 10 for each of the uh, tracks that we have. So one track is called storytelling and evaluation of impact, and second track is around designing of an impactful program. So for these two tracks, uh, we have filtered out from the whole applications, and uh, uh, with a lot of effort, like we have 4 reviewers, community reviewers, who selected around 20 people, and to all these 20 people we have uh, sent the invitation. And within couple of days after receiving their consent, we will publish the names of these 20 people on MetaWiki. And we already published the details of our reviewers on MetaWiki. And so these are some of the updates about our selection. And I also want to let you know that we are currently in the process of finalizing our program, and within a week or so, you would see more information on our MetaWiki page. I request everyone to kindly follow the MetaWiki page for more information about what's going to happen in this program. And we intend to conduct this program annually. So whoever applied this time and might not get an opportunity to attend, kindly consider that there will be definitely another opportunity the next time. And thank you. I just want to thank everyone for your support and uh, the kind of interest that you show in this kind of in such an initiative.
Okay. Thank you, Pavanji. I guess we should move forward because we are actually running out of time. So next, I would like to invite upon Rajat ji about sharing updates related to Wikimedia 2026 scholarship. Yes, Rajat ji.
Thank you, Riddhi. And please, please, please don't use the G. I know I have some gray hair, but it's not as much. So avoid the G as long as possible. So I would appreciate that. Hi, everyone, and I'll keep it quick. And I'll drop the link here. I had shared this on the groups as well. A very exciting time, which is the scholarships for Wikimania is open. As you might know, Wikimania is happening next year in Paris. It's happening a little earlier. It's happening around the end of July, 21st to the 25th of July in Paris. Usually Wikimania happens around August, but because every location has different considerations, the date is kind of advanced a little, and hence the scholarships are open. The deadline for scholarships is the 31st of October. So we have time, we have enough time, but would request you all to submit in
दरवाजा बंद कर
advance.
Canada
And if you need any
जगत
support in
इरिटेट कर
your
रहा है
scholarship applications as well, there are many people on this call and in the community who've been who can provide support, who've been to a
थोड़ा सा
couple of
जल्दी से
Wikimanias in
काम
the
करो
past as well. The theme which is important to resonate in your application
दरवाजा
as
ऑन
well
करें
is freedom, equity, and reliability. The diff blog has all the right links and all the right information. It was just to let you know, and please do share it with your community members and as well. I'm sure there are many who are not on the call, so would request you to share this link forward with them so that they can also apply, and they can also apply in time. And again, if there's anyone who needs any support in the middle, please feel free to reach out to me as well, and I'm happy to help with as many scholarship applications as possible. But as always, look forward to getting a strong representation from South Asia at Wikimania again. Thank you very much. Back to you, Riddhi.
Okay, thank you. Avoiding the G. Thank you, Rajat. So Next, I would like to call upon the last agenda of today. After that, we will share the community updates. And the last one for today will be shared by Ravi Shankarji, and that is about he might initiate discussion on supporting the funding process for South Asia.
Hello. So I come from the part of the country where we also hate calling G. So you can also just call me Ravi Shankar. Okay. So first of all, thanks for Rachit for inviting me to today's call. He asked me to talk about a question or concern I raised in the Telegram chat group about the community participation in getting funding from the Media Foundation. So I am a committee member in a volunteer capacity for the South Asian region fund committee. And currently we are rolling out two types of grants. One is called General Support Fund for more than $10,000, and another is called Rapid Fund that is for less than $5,000 US dollars. And both of them have a general pool where countries other than India can apply. And for India, due to legal procedures, we have a separate process for that. So the General Support Fund, we can get it every 6 months. We can apply for once in every 6 months. So you can apply twice in a year. And the Rapid Cycle, it is happening every 2 months. So this cycle, we got around 6 applications each for six applications for the Rapid Fund. It's a small fund, and 5 applications for the General Support Fund, and no applications whatsoever from outside India. So my concern is the level of participation from this region is very low, especially considering the number of communities we have and the number of population we are covering. We are one of the largest regions in the world in terms of population and the diversity we have. But the participation from the community in terms of receiving grants from the movement is very low. I want to understand why it's very low. If people are aware about the process, if they need any help in applying, I also discussed with fellow committee members. We are open to talk with the community. We can arrange for separate training calls where we can talk more in depth about the opportunities available, the funding process. Even if you need help in writing grants, we can help you do that. We are from the community, and you don't need to have any hesitation like you would have with the foundation staff or like that. So feel free to reach out to me or any other committee member if you need help. And if you have any input now, you can let me know. Just to put it in a context that the African region, for the same cycle, they have more than 50 applications, and we have only 6. It's really a pathetic condition. And more than whether we get fund or not, it is an indicator of the health of the community, of the activeness of the community. I want to be more active. Yeah, over to you.
Yes, sure. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Ravi, thank you for sharing this. And I am also real bit surprised, like, the low participation, especially in the grant for making this. But there is some confusion, like maybe it is already sorted, but there is, a couple of the other, like I talked to various community members, and this is one of the concerns, like, taking grant, like how grant will process in India, that is yet not clear, like whether like we know, like just in previous call, triple IT Hyderabad will be facilitating or will act as a fiscal sponsor. But is there any sort of things going on, like if they are charging sub institutional charges or something? So that part is not clear. So it would be great, like it's a right time to clear so that more people can apply. Thank you.
Thanks, Suresh, and thanks, Ravi, for bringing this up, in this meeting. So, Suresh, to answer your query specific to India, as Ravi mentioned, we have a different format altogether. We don't give grants in India, especially to individuals and institution who doesn't have FCRA themselves, who doesn't have it. So because of these constraints, we have a different partnership model. It's called India Resource Projects. So all the applications which is listed, which comes from India, are listed under India Resource Projects and generally are being processed through the partnership framework which we have. The link which I have provided, it specifically talks about the India Resource Project and have detailed information about how it's going to be processed, along with the partner who will be processing these payments post the projects are approved by us. Also, to your question related to whether an institutional charges need to be calculated or included or not, I just wanted to clarify that this model is where it's a contract between foundation and the institutional partners. Hence, there is a point again within this page which mentions that the applicant need not to calculate it. So I would encourage everyone who are willing to apply for funding, feel free to reach out, as Ravi mentioned, to Ravi, the committee. You can reach out to me, as I'm the PO for this for India. Anything related to India, related to the funding, unless if it's related to conference funding, you can reach out to Rachit or me at any given point of time. Hope that answers your question, Suyesh. We are hoping to increase the participation collectively. Historically, applications from this region and from India has been limited, and there have been, discussion even within different spaces, during conferences as well. As you would remember, how we can increase the participation by providing additional support to the communities or individuals who have never applied for funding before. So I think it's a good time for us to come together and support the movement by helping anyone who would want to apply for funding. We are happy to support you in terms of thinking about the project. So feel free to reach out to me, Rachit, or the committee, and Ravi. Thank you.
Yes, Ravi Shankar, please.
Yeah, thank you, Praveen, for clarifying that. Praveen is the program officer for any application funding grant request coming from India, so feel free to reach out to him directly also. And so I would say, like, any community member, they don't need to be confused. There was some confusion in the past because of the crisis CIS 8OK went through. We all didn't know if funding is available, to whom should we apply, and all those questions were there. Now everything is sorted out, funding is available, and whatever process change or legal process changes is actually behind the screen, and the community doesn't need to worry about it. The community, as usual, they always just have to apply. They will get the money. What happens behind the scene, the community doesn't need to worry. It is for the officers to figure it out. So please do apply. So I'm telling this because we talk a lot about equity in the movement. We talk about equal distribution of resources for all the regions in the world, but they cannot just allocate resources if we don't have activity. So if you're going to ask for more money, more support, then we also have to show the demand and the activity here. So that is the reason I'm just encouraging everyone to apply. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess we should move ahead with community updates. Also, I guess we should start with my very own community wiki clip SATI, because I guess they have something to say. I guess Akansha is going to go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Riddhi. Hello, everyone. I'm Akansha Sikarwar, Finance Manager of WikiClub SATI. And I'm glad to share with update about the activities of WikiClub SATI with all of you. Recently, we organized an open mic session for students on our campus. The idea behind it was to create a relaxed and fun environment where students could showcase their hidden talent while also taking a break from their daily academic stress. It turned out to be a wonderful success. Students came forward with poetry, music, thought sharing, stand-up comedy, and more performances. It not only brought joy but also strengthened the sense of community among. And we also hosted an orientation session for the newly enrolled first-year students. In this program, we introduced them to the Wikimedia Foundation and explained how WikiClub SATI functions. Along with that, some of our active Wikimedians shared their own experiences and achievements, both within the club and in global Wikimedia spaces. This gives the new students inspiration and a clear picture of the opportunities that lie ahead when they engaged with Wikimedia projects. These two initiatives have been very impactful in building awareness and spreading positivities or bringing more young contributors in the Wikimedia movements. Thank you.
Okay, now, are there any more community updates? If there are, then I guess the person who would like to share the updates can come up. Okay, someone from Wiki Science Competition.
Hello everyone, I'm audible. Okay, so
Yes, actually, you are.
good, good evening everyone. Myself Anjal Patel. I am the COT member of Wiki Science Competition 2025 India. I'm here to share quick updates about the campaign. So the, the first is I'm happy to report that people have shown great interest in in the campaign. We have successfully selected and onboarded more than 10 campus ambassadors from various institutes. We have already engaged with them and shared the guidelines on how they can promote and support the campaign in their universities and communities. Second, we this time we have made some changes in the competition category. This time we have introduced a new category that is mobile photography in place of wildlife category. The reason behind that is, as we know, India's unique and diverse landscape align closely with the spirit of campaigns like Wiki Loves Earth. And also, most people do not have access to DSLR or professional cameras. So, as this new category allows for wider participation using mobile devices. Third, we are also looking for category experts who can guide us in structuring the category and subcategorization. Their expertise will support both participants and the jury during the evaluation process. Fourth, we have also begun reaching out to the user groups across India to seek collaboration and support for this campaign so that we can together amplify its impact and outreach. And finally, we are also organizing a workshop on 5th of October, in which will be open to everyone at a global level. So I request everyone to join the workshop and share your valuable updates. With these initiatives, we believe that WikiScience Competition 2025 in India will not only attract greater participation but also foster a more inclusive and impactful platform to showcase India's scientific contribution. Thank you.
Okay. Any more community updates? Also, we can take questions related to Wiki Science Competition if there are some. Aditya, please go
Uh,
ahead.
yeah, hi. So once again, good evening to all. I'm Aditya Kumar, an open source contributor. So I'm representing here Wiki Club Tech. So as in the previous updates, I had mentioned about that we had visited AIET and NITE College in Bangalore, and we have trained some students. Like it was just a beginner program where we give some basics of fabricator, Gerrit and all. So we are still pushing it. Like we are still searching for more colleges. As recently we took one session in BBS college, and there we got contribution from that college also. And there are two more colleges, Swartz and UU. They are doing really great. Like we got more contribution from that college, like on Gerrit and on fabricator and all. They are doing great. So we are still pushing it, and our aim is to cover most of the colleges where good students are there, so that we can get quality of contribution on Gerrit and Fabricator and GitLab from that platform. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Aditya. Any more community updates?
Mm, yeah, I would like
Yes,
to
please go.
share. Uh,
Okay.
like on 4th of October on Saturday, I have mentioned the link and everything in the chat also. So we are organizing one Raspberry Pi Jam. Basically, Raspberry Pi is the open source hardware, which which is one of the primary hardware for internet in a box. This is a device which provides you Wikipedia access without having internet. So this particular session is just for the beginner who want to contribute on uh, one of our mission like foundation, that is Raspberry Pi Foundation. They can know about how Raspberry Pi works and how we can utilize its power to contribute or to support Wikipedia projects. So it will be it will like the schedule is for the 4th of October, that is Saturday, from 8 to 9:30. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sirsi. Any more updates or anything? Yes. Yes, that's okay.
Thank you. Just very quickly to add, I mean, a lot of great events and activities and outreach programs being hosted. And thank you so much for sharing CSG as well. I'm just dropping this one I link just for everyone's memories. So there is a campaign extension tool which some of you may know of. I know we have people who are already using it from the region. It requires a small permission that you can get from any of the meta admins, and once you get that, you would be able to create like an event registration format. So I'm just, Suyuji, since you shared the link, I'm just sharing, using your event as an example, that you can, put your event there. People can register using their username, so you would know how many people are there. It can also enable you to send emails and follow-up emails, etc., to people. So would really urge you all to take a look again. If you have any questions, please let me know. I can share as much. But it's a really good tool. It's something that a lot of, and you can see when you go to the right links, you'll see a list of multiple similar activities, outreach and engagement activities being taken place. And it is enabled with your username, so it has those privacies that we would like embedded in it as well. And as an organizer, you'll know how many people are interested, how many people have registered, so you can be better prepared with the numbers as well. So just requesting you all take a look at this tool if you haven't already, and see if you could use this moving forward. It's a great tool. It's quite helpful in my opinion, and constant updates are being made as well, and it's different upgrades are being made to the tool. So yeah, just thought I'll just take this moment to share. Thank you. Back to you, Riddhi.
Thank you, Rachit. And luckily, I have that rights for the event organizer. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So I guess there are no more community updates. Also about the tool, I would surely check that. Also, lastly, because there is still a bit of time left, and I have known quite many of newcomers, including myself, I would like to ask if there are some questions related to the Wikimania scholarship. Okay, if not, I shall go ahead with my question. Okay, so I would I want to ask, is it important to create, like, it's it's obvious that Wikimania is something which welcomes newcomers, right? So newcomers have a great lot of chance for that. So what do they want certainly from newcomers? Because I have seen quite many newcomers also getting rejected. Like, newcomers in what way? Like, they still want us to contribute, right? So yeah, like,
Yeah,
who would have contributed a bit, they are
I
not certainly newcomers. Yeah.
definitely. So I mean, I think it's a great question because it takes me to another question, which is what is the definition of a newcomer? Is a newcomer someone who just created their username? Is a newcomer who's about maybe a year to the movement? or is it a newcomer who's attending Wikimania for the first time? And I'll give you an example. We had in this Wikimania an event with users with extended rights. Now, for people who know the movement, a user with extended right, becoming an admin, etc., would be one of the higher experiences in a way. So you would be in the movement for a while, etc. But they are newcomers at Wikimania. They never came to Wikimania. So they've been editing online for 15 years. And I met someone, I think, who was editing online for 12 years or something, an admin on English Wikipedia and all of that. And on Wikimania, he was a newcomer. That individual was a newcomer. So that's the definition. But I'll try to answer a question. I see Ravi's also raised their hand. One needs to show consistent efforts in the movement. So a newcomer would not be, let's say, maybe a fresh user ID, but someone who's been contributing to the movement. It could be online, it could be as an organizer, it could be in various ways and means, but someone who is able to showcase that they are committed, they are regular, and they are contributing to the growth of the movement or the growth of the content, or whatever aspects that you're covering. The other is, it's important to have there are multiple people who apply for a Wikimania scholarship, and there's always limited. I think Pawan mentioned about the advanced trainer program, which got a lot of applications. When we do regional events as well, so unfortunately there's always rejections, which is basically because there are limited numbers, etc. So that's of course unfortunate. But again, Wikimania is online event as well, so you can watch it online. There is a hybrid component. Many of the programs are put online. Wikimania is actually two events. One is offline and one is online, because Eventia, some of you would have used this. My just to close is, it's important to focus on the application. Take your application seriously, whether you're a newcomer, whether you've been in the movement for the longest time. I have seen some very well-known members of the movement miss out on their scholarship because they did not take this scholarship application very seriously, like, oh, I am okay, everyone knows me, in a way, and then you lose out. But a newcomer is someone, in my definition at least, someone who's new to the movement, in the sense that they've been around for a couple of months, maybe a year. There's no definition to it, but someone who's been contributing regularly, who's shown their commitment, who's growing in the movement, and who's able to, through their application, showcase their commitment towards their contributing work. And just to also add, the Wikimania COT has a scholarships committee, which is community members from across the globe who come together. It's all volunteers, it's all community members who do it. So the foundation has no role in terms of selections, etc. And they are the ones who look at the inputs that people put. If I have not answered your question, happy to have a chat separately about it as well and get into some of the details. But I see Ravi, over to you.
Okay, hi. So this question was raised by Riddhi, right? Okay, who raised the question?
Riddhi.
Riddhi. I'm not sure, like, is she a community member? I was thinking she's from the foundation. Is she a community member? I don't know. Okay.
Riddhi is from the movement. Riddhi, maybe you can introduce yourself.
Sorry, I'm not a regular in this call, so I didn't know that. So I would like to answer a question. I've been a participant in Wikimania long back as a community member, and also attended a couple of Wikimanias as a staff member. I think the question she asked is there in the mind of every applicant who is applying for the first time or got rejected and applying again and again for many years. I don't know if Rachit or someone here is in the team that makes the decision. Maybe there is a community team that vets the applications and it's a community decision. The issue is actually systemic. When you go to every Wikimania and Jimmy Wales asks, like, who is here for 1 Wikimania, 2 Wikimania, some people stand up and say, I'm here for 10 Wikimanias, 15 Wikimanias. This is a systemic issue when the more experienced people who have cracked the secret sauce of getting selected for Wikimania again and again, it is actually a systemic bias against the newcomers. So whoever is going to select the participants this year, I'm sure like every year they have some kind of reservation system for women and to ensure balance across the geographic region, some for Africa, some for Asia. I think they should also allocate some seats for the first time participants. That is the only fair way which you can make sure this is addressed systemically and not put the onus on the applicant to prove herself or himself and his capability, because there are many participants who are great masters in application writing. They know how to write an application to get selected, and the poor hardworking Wikimedian, he doesn't know how to write it and he gets rejected. So there needs to be a systemic solution. And Rachit, you suggested about watching it online. I tried it this year, and attending it, okay, we can watch it if you're interested in particular sessions, but attending it goes beyond that. For many, it is like a privilege, or what do you call it? It's a kind of a perk for participating in the movement, or the first time they go abroad. Nothing can match the experience of going there, visiting a new country, meeting the other participants in person. So not even 1/100th of the experience you can get it by watching online. So there needs to be a systemic solution from the foundation, from the Wikimedia community. And also there is another thing the community can do. I've done this in the past and I regularly do that. I inform people I'm available to help people with application writing. So whoever has attended Wikimedia in the past, whoever know how to crack this, they can offer themselves to support writing applications for others. That is one thing. And also post a message in the community. I will also post this in the mailing list. The upcoming Wikimedia is in France, and there'll be a lot of competition. So if someone has already gone there for at least 2-3 times, they should stand by. They should step down and let other newcomers from their own community to participate, because the Tamil Wikipedian will not be competing with the African Wikipedian. He will be competing with a fellow Tamil Wikipedian. There are only few seats for Indians. A fellow Indian will be competing against you. So if all the seats are taken by the experienced guys, there is no point in newcomers. There's no way they can compete. It's the kind system is kind of rigged. So we should give a broad message for the experienced Wikipedians to do some sacrifice. Think about the health of the larger community and actually reach out and encourage the right participants to apply and support them. That is the only way we can ensure more participation. Thank you.
I know we are over time, and thank you so much, Ravi. You raised some very important points. Just 30 seconds to share that we've seen, and I can say this because I'm a part of the Wikimedia team and also one of the people who've been trying as much as possible to get more members. I mean, from South Asia to apply. At the end of the day, we can apply. We can't really see what the outcome will be, because every COT is different. Every COT is prioritizing different things. For example, if there's a Wikimedia in ECAP as opposed to Wikimedia in Europe, so they will all, the COT comes together and thinks about putting it together differently in terms of you want to get more. And this is why Wikimedia also moves around. So for example, if it's in ECAP, it could be easier for the region. If it's in Europe, it's different for the region, so on and so forth. We did, however, see one of the largest, in my experience, the numbers of South Asian representation this time at Wikimedia. I think it was about 30-35 who were there. Actually, it was more, but there were some people who were given separately, who went there separately as well. So we are seeing the numbers increase, but I completely agree. If there is anyone who is struggling with their application, people like Ravi, I know Chinmay helped a bunch of people last year. There are a lot of people here. Please do reach out to them, get in touch with them, maybe share your application if you're comfortable, or at least get some pointers. The COT hosts calls, and I think there are some calls happening soon. The COT hosts these calls, and please do attend them. The scholarships committee hosts, calls in which they will do briefings, etc., and they may be able to answer some of the questions you have. But I know we are over time. I'll stop here. But yes, there are many people here who are happy to help you with your applications, and of course, along with you, hope and pray that they are successful. Back to you, Riddhi.
Okay, thank you. This was a wonderful discussion, and I got to know quite many things. And also, definitely, we need some systematic solution. And lastly, because we are over time, I would like to share the next date for our monthly call, and which can be 26th October. And if there would be any changes, it will be updated in the group itself. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Riddhi.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Riddhi. Thank you for moderation. It was really fantastic. Thank you. I enjoyed.